You know, there was something I noticed about this movie that maybe you noticed too. Last year's Life, starring Ryan Reynolds, people were saying that that was actually going to be a prequel to Venom, which ended up not being true. But in this film, the company that is owned by the main villain is called the Life Foundation. Critics have been bashing the hell out of this movie lately, and I'm here to tell you that they are absolutely not totally wrong. Ever since the abomination that was Venom Foreman in Spider-Man 3, fans of the character have been waiting anxiously for him to be done justice on the big screen. That's 11 years and some change, folks, if you've been counting. Like me. The story follows Eddie Brock, a news reporter who is so good at his job that he pisses off all the wrong people. Specifically, a CEO named Carlton Drake. Brock questions Drake on some shady shit he may be involved in, and soon finds himself out of a job and out of a relationship when his fiancée ends up becoming one of the people he's just so good at pissing off. But as it turns out, Brock was right, as Drake has been kidnapping people right off the streets to use in experiments involving alien creatures they discovered called symbiotes. Parasitic beings whose only goal is... God! Damn it! What the hell, man? I'm not even talking to you!
I'm sorry.
Jeez. I don't know what happened. Ever since I saw this movie Friday, there's been this voice in my head, and he won't tell me who he is.
I told you, if you think about it, you'll figure it out.
Same shit as always. Can you give me a hint?
Sure. Go on a diet.
Different hint?
Stop stuffing your pants with an extra pair of socks.
Oh, okay, stop. Alright, I get it. Can I please get back to my review?
Of course.
Thank you. Anyways, whose only goal seems to be to bond with the host that won't die on them. As y'all can guess, Brock ends up becoming infected by one of these symbiotes that calls itself Venom. And that's the basic gist of the movie. What did I think? It's better than what we got in Spider-Man 3. My biggest issue with the film was its pacing. This is a 2.5 hour movie, and that should be plenty enough time to have a fully fledged out story with fully fledged out characters. But a lot of this film is too fast for comfort. Like, if you turned away for just a few seconds to get a sip of your drink, you'd miss a good amount of the film.
Yes, because you've never had an issue being too fast at something.
Hey! It suffers from what a lot of Marvel movies that are not produced by Marvel Studios themselves suffer from. And that is being cranked out as fast as possible because studio execs' wallets are getting marginally less bulky. Because of this, aspects like character development and just the audience's ability to connect with the story are affected. Venom in particular has a very rushed story arc it feels, and when you have the namesake of your film feel like an afterthought at times...
That's not right.
It'd be like naming a movie after a ship, but only focusing on 2 passengers on board that ship. Wait.
Walked right into that one.
Oh, shut up. Now let's talk about the characters. I can't complain. All of the characters, including the minor ones, were actually really good. If I had to complain about anybody, it would probably be Brock's girlfriend, Anne. Only because she has this very Gollum-like way of reacting with certain characters.
I love Eddie. I hate Eddie. I love Venom. I hate Venom.
Exactly. Good job.
Thank you.
But you know, it's so forgivable because she's actually a very likable character. Especially at one point in the movie that I won't spoil here. Just know, it's awesome. The main villain of this movie is Carlton Drake, and oh my god, he is so awesomely evil and cliche. He's like that kid from Children of the Corn mixed with Jafar, all wrapped in an Armani suit. You like that?
Yes, it amuses me.
Tom Hardy is great as Eddie Brock. I never see this guy turn in a bad performance, and his streak continues here. There's a scene in particular where he's at a restaurant, and the way he conducts himself, it's entertaining. And that's the thing about Hardy's performance in general. He's always fun to watch when he's on screen. I feel like he carries a lot of the film, and it just wouldn't be the same if someone else was playing Brock. So, good job on casting. However, Eddie Brock plays second fiddle to Hardy's other role in the film, the titular character himself, Venom. Now, if I had to summarize this character in one word, it'd be...
outstanding.
Watch the movie, you'll get it. Venom was hands down the best thing about this film. And his and Brock's chemistry together was fantastic. I know it's weird saying 2 characters played by the same actor have great chemistry, but I don't know, just chalked it up to Hardy's ability to act. Fortunately, Venom does get a lot of time on screen, so you'll definitely get your fill of him. And, surprisingly enough, for someone who's inherently evil and eats people, Venom's a pretty cool dude. Like, I can literally see myself being friends with somebody like him.
You've got problems, Marcus.
Fuck off. Venom in this film was really cool and a definite upgrade than what we got with Venom Foreman. That said, though, I still think the Venom we saw wasn't handled as good as it could have been. At least when compared to the comic. Just in case, I'm going to go ahead and put a very minor spoiler warning here. According to the comic, the symbiote originally attaches itself to Spider-Man and takes some of his powers with it after it leaves to bond with Eddie Brock. This is why Venom actually shares a lot of similarities with Spider-Man, including the spider symbol. In this film, Spider-Man is nowhere to be found and the symbiote finds Brock right away. Surprisingly, this is something that Spider-Man 3 actually did better. That is sad. I get it though, Venom is more of a standalone film, not really connected to the MCU. Possibly. I also understand that compromises must be made when converting a comic book into a film. And also I should mention that the never-ending war between studios trying to get rights to characters is a pain in the ass that always gets in the way of good storytelling. I get all of that. But as a person who knows the character, I'm still pretty bummed that liberties always seem to be taken with source material. Now, this isn't the greatest offense ever done to a comic book character. There are definitely far worse. So, I'll give this one a pass.
That's right. Quit your bitching. You know you like the movie.
That's true. I actually do. Yeah, there are problems that plague it, and yeah, I do wish that Venom could sometimes do more than just PG-13 his enemies to death. But I can't say it's a bad movie. It accomplished what it set out to do, and that was to make Venom awesome and to do the character justice.
So, what would you rate the film?
I don't know. Like, my appreciation for the character makes me want to rate it high, but my appreciation for film itself makes me want to rate it low, and I can't tell which part of me is right.
Perhaps both are right.
What do you mean?
It seems both sides of your brain are in conflict with each other. One is logical, who can't stand but point out the flaws present in this film. The other is all about fun, who doesn't care about the flaws and just focuses on whether or not there was enough explosions or cool shit. Essentially, one is an asshole and the other is a dumbass. That combination of entities will never come to a conclusion unless you intervene.
But how?
By finding the middle ground. What does the asshole in you think it should be rated, and what does the dumbass think? Average it out, and there you go.
Oh my god. You're right. Like, the asshole part of me knows that it's not a well-directed or a well-written movie, so it wants to give it a 4 out of 10. But the dumbass part of me loves the characters and loves the action, and he wants to give it an 8 out of 10. Put them together, what do you got? Bippity-boppity, 6 out of 10. And thus, it earns my official decree of, I'm entertained. Wow. Thank you.
Don't mention it.
No, I'm serious. I would have never figured it out if it weren't for you. Who are you?
I'm sure if you think about it, you'll figure it out.
Quit saying that. Just, come on, tell me who you are.
Isn't it obvious by now?
Well, obviously not.
I'm your conscience, Marcus.
My conscience? Thought I lost you back in college.
Yes, well, you weren't utilizing me to your fullest extent back then, so I remained dormant till the day came where you started thinking again.
And that day was when I went to go see Venom in theaters?
That says a lot about you, doesn't it?
Well, welcome back.
Glad to be back.
Since you're here, what do you want to do?
The way I see it, we can do whatever we want. Because we are people who have way too much time on their hands. Let's eat. I'm hungry.
Tater tots?
Tater tots and chocolate.
Watch the movie, you'll get it. I'm Marcus Ray, and y'all have a good day.